Hi everybody, this is Alchemist2, and I'm back again with another movie review. Recent... What? Hello? Hello? We're not going until 4:30. What are you doing? My father has lost his so-called mind. Well, he doesn't have far to drive. Just like the rest of the family. We're all crazy. Okay, get that out of my system. Anyway, I watched... Pardon my outburst there, but we just watched, I'm not schizophrenic. I just watched, the Doctor Who film. The only... Will you quit it? I'm trying to make a recording here! Stop it! Please stop! I'm making a recording! Please don't do that. Actually, I can keep myself very calm. That doesn't take a lot to make me angry. I'm very laid back. Cool, calm, collected. Okay. Alright. I'm not upset at all. It takes more than that to make me upset. As I was saying, I recently watched the Doctor Who film featuring the 8th incarnation of the Doctor. I just immediately fell in love with the 8th incarnation. I just felt that he was wonderful and magnificent, and one who was both genteel and meant business and didn't take any guff from anybody. But the movie itself feels like it was kind of thrown together. I'm not saying it's not entertaining, because, well, it is, and there are certain plot points that are intriguing, but it just seems slightly shoddily written. Plus, it takes from other franchises like Terminator 2. They're obvious takeoffs, or, well, I should call them spoofs. I don't know if it was a true spoof or not, or if it was inspired by Terminator 2, because a lot of it was. The millennial ideas, you could take that from, say, history, especially with what we're going to be going through right now with the Dark Rift and all that, but it's the same kind of idea. It's once every 1,000 years, the age of Aquarius and all that, but I'm sorry, I just had to say it. It just came to me. But it's true, that really is the age of Aquarius. Actually, no, that's 100 years, but anyway, I'm getting off track. The whole idea is every 1,000 years, the cycle adjusts. Well, with the one that we're going into now, it's different, but I'm not going to go into that. I think that's the main crux behind the film itself. And you get to see the new master. He takes over this other man's body, and actually, that part I thought was really, really cheesy and just ridiculous. And the way that it was done, I think, oh my Lord, I can't believe this. But I'm sitting there and just shaking my head, and I thought, who is responsible for writing this? This is just wretchedly written, and I hate to say that about anything Doctor Who, because I'm such a big fan of Doctor Who, if you haven't figured that out yet. And when Bruce, possessed by the Master, when his wife awakens, he says, he's over by the window, he says, I need a doctor. I need the doctor's body. And I was trying not to think of that in a homoerotic way, but I could not help it. Then his wife says, no, honey, you don't need a doctor. Come back to bed. My name is no longer Honey, it's now the Master. And then that's when you see the snake-like eyes, and I thought, Lord Voldemort, even before his creation. How could I not? But there are a lot of snake references and the whole stereotypical thing about how snakes are not to be trusted, and they're sneaky, they're sly, they're creepy. His was a king cobra, which is poisonous and deadly, which makes sense. It's just a symbolic representation of his character and sinister attributes, which I thought was done very well. And of course, the actor who plays the eighth incarnation, love him. I just felt like he did a splendid job, but the writing just, well, the whole idea of him remembering it, it takes him quite a while to recall who he is and from his former incarnation and all that. But as far as movies are concerned, I'm reluctant to give it 3 stars because it's got a good plot. Just some of the acting seems kind of forced and not believable, but I did cry at the end because it just was very heartwarming to me. But the whole thing with the TARDIS at the very last moment, I thought, oh, are you kidding me? No, please don't make this a series. I love the Eighth Doctor, but not with this writer in charge. And I would have loved to have seen the Eighth Doctor get some more screen time, but not with the particular writer who was in charge of this disaster. I'm not really sure what else to say about the film itself, other than if you're a fan of Doctor Who, yeah, it's fine to have in your collection. You must have it because, well, if you're a collector like myself, then you have to have it. It's just imperative. Uh, but it's just the writing. It's laughable at best, and I just. Oh Lord, help me. But it's just undeniably one of the most ludicrous things I've seen in a good long while. Um, and if I were in charge, I would have written it differently, and it would have been done differently. And I would have liked to have spent some time with the Eighth Doctor and had a cup of tea and a jelly baby and maybe some jammy Dodgers, and all would be well with the world. But other than that, I can't say that I liked or disliked the film. Well, I did enjoy it. I'll give it that. It was entertaining. Right? Was just ridiculous. Uh, but it just can't believe that it was. I mean, I have a hard time taking it seriously, honestly. But he was a younger Doctor, and I do like that. I do like the idea of having a younger actor play the role because it just gives a new twist on the whole idea of the Time Lord. Himself. But beyond that, mm, I'm ambivalent about it. I I enjoyed it, but there my literary side said, oh, well, I had some parts that were not logical to me that my analytical side just didn't really care for very much and found very amusing at best. There were other moments that I thought, how could they even possibly happen with the whole idea and the massive amount of ability that the Doctor possesses, you know. But beyond that, I have to say that I give the film, it deserves a thumbs up. I'll give it that. Yeah, I mean it is likable, and beyond that, I can't say that much else about it other than I'm so thankful to all things Gallifreyan it did not become a series, and that's where my conversation ends. That's all there is to say.